What if a human being could run across the ocean? My name is Reza, and in 2026 I'm going to try running across the ocean. Since I was a child, I carried one dream: to run across the world. I was born in 1972 in northern Iran, in a small farming village. My parents were farmers who worked tirelessly to support our family. With 7 children, life was not easy, but from the beginning, I was always moving. As a boy, I ran miles every day, running to school, running to work, running across the countryside. Running became my freedom. At 14, I began riding my bicycle across the Elbrus Mountains, traveling thousands of miles. At 18, I joined the Iranian army for 2 years of mandatory service, but after my service, my life changed forever. During Ramadan, I wore a Michael Jackson t-shirt in public. For me, it was simply a shirt from an artist I admired. But the regime saw it as rebellion. I was captured, beaten, and imprisoned. For 18 months, I lived behind prison walls, but prison did not break my spirit. When I was finally released, I made a decision that would define my life. I would dedicate my life to spreading a message of peace and freedom. So I left Iran. With nothing but a bicycle and a dream, I began traveling the world. In 1996, I won first place in the Singapore Ironman. Soon after, I began a journey that lasted 7 years. I cycled through 55 countries across 6 continents, covering nearly 50,000 miles, sharing a message of peace. During that journey, I accidentally entered the United States, where Border Patrol found me sleeping in a tent 27 miles inside the country. After several months in immigration detention, a judge granted me political asylum. Later, I donated the bicycle that carried me through 55 countries to the New York Fire Department, honoring the heroes of September 11th. In 2003, I ran 3,000 miles across the United States, from California to Ground Zero in New York City, to honor the victims of 9/11. In 2007, I ran completely around the United States, 11,720 miles in 202 days, averaging more than 50 miles every day. In 2009, I ran 3,300 miles in just 43 days, averaging 76 miles per day, raising funds for UNICEF. From 2010 to 2012, I lived alone in a tent in Death Valley, training in one of the harshest environments on Earth, preparing my body and mind for something even greater. In 2013, I attempted my first Hydropod mission, running 52 miles on water from Newport Beach to Catalina Island and back. Later, I attempted to cross the Bermuda Triangle. During one mission, I traveled nearly 700 miles at sea before the U.S. Coast Guard destroyed the vessel. Other attempts were also stopped, but I never stopped dreaming. In 2023, I ran barefoot across America, 4,050 miles in 90 days, from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. That run honored the women, life, freedom movement of Iran. Later that year, another Hydropod mission toward London was stopped after 10 days at sea. I was advised that if I wanted to continue my ocean missions, I would need to launch from another country, so I left the United States. Between 2024 and 2025, I worked more than 100 hours a week, often holding 2 jobs, saving money to build a new Hydropod. I searched the world for the right place to build that I looked in Turkey, I looked in Hong Kong. Finally, I came to Taiwan. Here, I found engineers and supporters who helped turn the vision into reality. While preparing for the mission, I ran 1,300 kilometers across Taiwan in just 15 days. Now the next chapter begins. In 2026, I will launch the Hydropod from Taiwan, a human-powered vessel, no engine, no fuel, only movement, determination, and endurance. Inside this floating sphere, I will attempt a one-year journey across the oceans, across the South China Sea, through the Indian Ocean, and across the Atlantic Ocean toward Florida. One man, one vessel, one dream. But this mission is more than an adventure. After more than 30 years away from Iran, I dream of one day returning home, to see my country again, to see my people again, and to stand quietly beside the graves of my father, my mother, my brother, and my sister. Family members I could not say goodbye to. This journey is also for them, and to remind the world of one simple truth. If your mind is strong, you can overcome anything. Dreams are stronger than fear. Sometimes one step can carry a dream across an entire ocean.